Have you ever wondered how you could get one of those huge, super powerful AI models to run, well, right here, on your own laptop? I mean, it seems totally impossible, doesn't it? But today, we're going to break down exactly how it's done. Let's get right into it. So first, let's just frame the problem here. All the most powerful AI models, the ones that make the headlines, they're essentially locked away in these giant, really expensive data centers. But why? Well, the answer comes down to one simple, pretty brutal fact: their size. Just look at this number for a second. 140 gigabytes. That's roughly the memory you need to run a single top-of-the-line 70 billion parameter model. Now think about your own laptop. It probably has, 16, maybe 32 gigs of RAM? Yeah, it's not even in the same ballpark. So that's the big challenge. But what if the answer isn't get a bigger computer? What if the real goal is to get a smaller model, but, and this is the important part, without trashing its incredible performance? That is the secret we are going to unlock today. All right, here's our game plan. First up, we'll dig into AI's massive memory problem. Then, we're going to look at a really clever solution I call the frozen brain method. After that, we'll cover an amazing compression technique, the 4K to 720p trick. And finally, we'll put it all together so you can actually run this stuff on your own machine. So let's start with Chapter 1, AI's massive memory problem. This is really the fundamental reason why, until pretty recently, you couldn't even dream about doing this at home.
The reality is, fully training or even just tweaking these big frontier models is so ridiculously expensive, it requires so much hardware, that it's economically impossible for almost everyone. And I'm not just talking about us individuals, even most companies are completely priced out. Okay, so how do we get around this giant wall? Well, that brings us to Chapter 2, and my absolute favorite way to explain this concept: the frozen brain method. Seriously, this is where the magic really starts to happen.
Now, the official fancy name for this is PEFT, which stands for Parameter Efficient Fine-Tuning. And honestly, the name kind of says it all. It's about being efficient. Instead of changing the entire model, you only update a teeny tiny little piece of it.
Here is the absolute best way to picture this. Imagine that giant AI model is a massive, expert brain that knows everything. But it's completely frozen in ice. You can't change it at all. But what you can do is attach little, trainable, sticky notes of new knowledge to the outside. See? You only have to train the sticky notes, not the whole brain.
And this table really shows the idea perfectly, using a technique called LoRA. Just look at this breakdown. The base model, that huge block right there, that's our frozen brain. It makes up more than 99% of the AI, and we don't touch it. It's locked. Then you have these tiny LoRA adapters, our sticky notes. They're less than 1% of the total size, and that tiny fraction is the only part we actually train.
So what does this actually get us? Well, the benefits are huge. Because you're only training that tiny piece, you get incredible memory efficiency. All of a sudden, that massive 70 billion parameter model can fit on a single GPU. Training is up to twice as fast, and it's modular. You can have one base model and just swap different skill adapters in and out. It's amazing. Okay, so the frozen brain thing helps us train the model super efficiently. But what about just running it? The model itself is still enormous. And that's where our next big idea comes in, a trick I love to call the 4K to 720p conversion. The technical term is quantization, but let's just keep it simple. Think about it like this. Quantization is basically like taking a giant, super high-def 4K movie file and compressing it down to a 720p YouTube video. Now, the 720p version isn't quite as crisp, but it's way, way smaller, so you can actually watch it on your phone without it buffering forever. We're doing the exact same thing, but to the numbers inside the AI model. And this table really shows you the real-world impact, so check this out. A standard 8 billion parameter model at full 16-bit precision needs 16 gigs of memory. Okay, but if we quantize it down to 8-bit, we literally slice that in half to 8 gigs. And if we get even more aggressive and go down to 4-bit, it shrinks to just 5 gigs. It's the same model, just a fraction of the memory footprint. And right here is where it all comes together beautifully. A technique called LoRA. It combines both of our tricks. It takes that frozen brain method with the tiny adapters, and it applies it to a base model that has already been shrunk down using our 4K to 720p quantization trick. This is like maximum efficiency all in one package.
Okay, so this brings us to our final chapter, the big takeaway. We've seen the concepts, we've seen the examples. Now, how does this all actually land on your personal computer?
Well, the answer really lies in how these super optimized models get packaged up. There are two key file formats that have really taken off to make these models portable and easy to run on the kind of hardware you and I actually have at home. And those formats are GGUF and EXL2. Let's do a quick comparison. GGUF is the champion of accessibility. It can use your computer's main processor and its graphics card, and it works on Mac, Windows, and Linux. It's just incredibly portable. On the other hand, you've got EXL2, which is all about pure, raw speed. It's made for NVIDIA graphics cards, and it is simply the fastest way to run these 4-bit models. So you get a choice. Do you want portability, or do you want maximum performance?
And what this all really means is that the entire game has changed. Access to truly powerful AI is being, well, democratized. Because of these incredible efficiency tricks, you no longer need a data center. You just need a laptop.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. When this level of powerful AI becomes truly private, truly personal, and can run on any device you have, anywhere in the world, what are you going to build first?